Hello, hello. It's been a little while. There hasn't been much ROK here lately. My T5 was missing for a couple months. Went into Lilith Zimbo or Limbo. So we started playing Minecraft. Through Minecraft, I was into vanilla and on the Xbox. It's great. I'll share my vanilla kingdom sometime. But so I have many builds there. But we got into the modded on the PC, and I just fell in love with this Minecolonies. What Minecolonies is you build a civilization where your your civilization builds the mine colony for you. So it becomes quite a big deal, and it can last a long time. This modded kingdom, we're using all the mods 10. This kingdom has so many things that auto-populate and auto-generate. One of the things here, I'm on my ship, which is my camp. You get to choose a camp, either a wagon or a ship, based on your choosing, and I went with a ship because where I decided to build has a real pirate theme to it, with actual pirates and different ships and so forth. I'll walk around. But today I'm going to set my town hall and probably build my builder's hut. You have to set a town hall first, which is the center of your civilization. And then you have different buildings like a cookery, you have a fishing hut, because you have to feed your people, you have to house your people, um, and just take care of your civilization. But this ship I built, this was my camp, and I picked out this specific one. This is colonial style, and you'll be able to see how you can pick, or you can do your wagon. But here it has storage, it has everything that I need to build my civilization. If you never played Minecraft before, it's an adult game as well as a kid's game. We all play together, and I know we have a server, a private server, ran by Hayabusa, and he manages the server, and we just all play on it. So, hey there, Neo, how are you doing? Uh, so I'm going to go over here. All this was auto-populated, and it just kind of gave me the theme in which I wanted to do. I have about 3 hours of exploring that I'm editing to get down to about like 30 minutes of all the different places I've seen and been. It's just really impressive. If anything, it's fun to just explore. I have not explored the ship yet, and then there's more over here. And then I have an actual pirate ship with pillagers off to the side over here that I have not went and messed with yet. But mainly my time has been just exploring to find the perfect build spot. But we'll do a lot more investigating over here. So let's go and set our town hall. And then as far as ROK, I know many people will ask, is ROK will return in about a week after I migrate, and we're going to a different kingdom. So pretty excited to work with that king. So right now my T5 is gathering about 25,000 gems, because you have to have the 20,000 gem deposit to be able to migrate. So if you can see here, like it says Neo Arcadia Camp up here, we're playing with I don't know how many different people, but these are just different beacons of where people are or important things, and that way we can travel between each base to go there. Okay, so let's go up here. I want to set my town hall. I've been waiting to do this. I had so many people asking about how to do this, and I told them that I'd go ahead and do live streams. So we talk in our groups, and everyone was pretty excited. I really do enjoy Minecraft now that I started playing it. My kids asked for a long time, and I should say my teenagers asked for a long time, and it just took me a little while to get going. But I really enjoy building out of everything. And before, I was building one block at a time, with my own hands. I was counting and planning it out myself. And now with this Minecolonies, this gets a lot more interesting. So with this, I've chosen a type of colony that I wanted. I'm doing the colonial style. I thought it would go well with the ships, and if we went into like a lore side of it, like trade and commerce and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on as I build this. So what you need to do is you have a special tool that you're given. This is your build tool. And let me go on here on my build tool. Here we go. So once you do your build tool, you can go up here and you can switch packs. Excuse me. And these are different civilizations. A couple of the guys are doing, let's see, what is it, like medieval oak. I know one of the guys are building one, and we'll be able to start exploring everyone's different colonies once I get it going. If they don't mind, we'll go visit. I know that Alex is doing a cavern inside of a cave. She's building hers. But we'll go visit everyone. There's Dark Oak Forest, Pagoda, an Incan. I did find an Incan village that we can go visit. I'm doing Colonial, Lost Mesa, Stalactite, Warped Wood. There's a desert one, Caladina. And if you notice, some of them will say like an expertise level, like what level of a player you need to be able to do these. I was kind of stuck in between the Mine Colony and the Colonial, but I did choose the Colonial. But these medieval castles are amazing. You have to do a little bit of investigation because they do have to link together correctly. And then down here we have like a frontier for like a country theme. High Magic, which is more magic base. Crimson Aquatica. The antique is really neat looking. Steampunk is a lot of fun, but you need to be a little bit more of an experienced player. And the tropical theme, I just seen that come on. An underwater, and then a functional fantasy. And hey there, dragon, how you doing? And you say that yeah, I love that name. I got a little bit of a laugh there. But the functional fantasy would be pretty fun. So what my plan is, this is going to take months. This isn't going to be something that I can just build in a day. But if we spend, 6 months, a year or something building a colony, and then we can go on to the next one and build a different one. So I'm going to go with this colonial style, which matches my ship. Then you go to your fundamentals. These are different types of stuff like education, library, school, university. Let's start from the beginning. Fields, these are like all your farms, different things that you can do. Horticulture, composter, farm, flower shop, planning. Husbandry is like your apiary, chicken farm. You can see all these here. I won't read them all to you. And then you can get into like your Fletcher's hut, sawmill. So these are all different type of things that we're going to be building as we build a giant civilization. Housing, they'll be able to have housing. Supplies, ships is I just did the ship earlier. That's that ship over there that I built. I went ahead and started it out because that's my camp. But I'm going to go to housing and I'm going to go to town hall. And so what this is going to do, this is going to give me like an outline to show me what it's going to look like. And you build in phases. So you start with just a very basic, and then let me fly out here. Let me go F4. See if I can. Oh, I'll have to pick one. Here we go. Let's see if it's not bugging here. I'm trying to lift off here because I don't want to set it yet. Just a second. Okay, so this is what it would look like with level 5. And what this does, you'll start out with level 1, and it'll just be just a basic wood. And that way you can get all of your buildings built, all of your colony built, and then you slowly start upgrading them. It does not tear down the previous, it just adds to it. So if I was to go, let's see, let's go back here. This back. And you can do things like you can sink it lower, you can raise it up, I can scoot it back, left, right, I can turn it around. And I have it marked exactly where I want to put it. Let's see here. I don't know why it's going left and right. The things are messed up here. But I have to put it in exactly a perfect spot. And what you do is Minecraft works in chunks. So I'm just looking at my information here. G. I have to go escape. I have to remember all the key binds here. So Minecraft works in chunks, and this whole civilization is going to be roughly 16 squares. So like this is a square right here. So what I know is that when I do this, I'm going to go 4 squares out from where my main building spot is, and right there that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's going to take me out in the water. That way I can build my fishing dock here. I haven't set this yet. Right now I'm just in like a exploration mode. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to go roughly this way, 5. It should stop right here. This is just built whenever Minecraft is an endless map. Like it just keeps going and going and going. And you can see here where I've explored down. I went to find a snowy biome. I thought about doing like a Norse style. And just once I found these ships, I was more interested. Here's a pirate ship over here that has actual pirates on it. So I'll go read that later. But I'm going to take up this whole island. But whenever Minecraft populated this, it had like an error and it chopped it off. There's some other ones like that down here. Okay, so let's go back out. Map. So I'm just making sure that when I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oops, one more over. So this is how big my colony should be by the time I'm done. All the room that I'll have to build. And then later I can add on to it and make it bigger. So your town hall should be like the center of your population. So it should go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should get me where I want to go. Out of F3. Okay. So I need to find my base block. And what I'm looking to do is you want to start this in 4 corners. This is the building block right here, this red block. It needs to be in 4 corners. And I actually have a pillar. Let me go out of here to set this on. Let me get out of here. Cancel. I don't want to set that there. Here it is right there. Okay, that's right where I want to build it. And that's me. Right now I'm in a spectator mode so I can fly. This is in survival, so like we don't have all the cheats like where I can just pick out stones. I actually have to go out and harvest, or not harvest, but collect everything to build this. I can't fly, but I do have, since it's modded, I have the spectator mode. So let's try this again. Switch pack. We're going to pick our civilization. This will take just a moment. Build town hall. And so this is what just the basic one's going to look like. It's going to be just pretty much plain. A plain looking one. Escape. Oops. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is try to get it into these 4 corners. One more. For some reason, my controls are all switched around. This should be taking it right, that should be taking it left. Just throwing me off. Okay, escape. There we go. So now see, I have that built right there where I wanted it. That's in the four corners. What I mean by four corners, like if you can see that the yellow, we're in 4 different corners, and that's right in the building stone. So let me fly out and check my dirt level. I think I'm going to have to build this up. Let's go down. And I believe that's the reason I do this, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I wanted to put my fishing station right here. And I didn't want to cross over into there. 4. Yeah, because I have to go 4 out. So 1. Let me do this one more time. 2, 3, 4. My math's not mathing here. Okay, oh, someone slept. Thank you for sleeping. And so this is what it's going to look like here. It's just going to kind of be a little bit plain. But I'm going to go ahead and commit with this. This is right where I wanted it. Let me see, check as far as level. Escape. Because once you set it, you can't change it. I think that's right. The level of dirt. Check 5. And I'm just going to have to build up this dirt and slope it down here. Because if I go up 1, we're going to go right there. Because I think that puts us flat. Yes, it does. And I'll just have to build up the dirt. Okay, so let's just go for it. We're going to say yes. Because once I set it, I can't change it. On there. Let's go for it. Yes. Okay. So now, let me get out of fly mode. I call it fly mode. Get out of this. And we can go ahead and chop all this down. So sorry, that took just a moment. And I don't know where my axe is. Let me check my book bag. So with PC or with the modded, you get to have book bags where on vanilla you do not. So they're great because you can carry stuff around. I cleaned everything out earlier because I was relocating. Let's go E. Change my book bag. Okay. So what I'm looking for is my axe, and I think that I must have broke it or I dropped it or lost it. So I'm going to try to see if I'm being blind. I don't have any iron on me. I'll have to go back to my ship. But I was going to break these blocks. Okay, so now we're going to name our colony, and let's think of what I want to name it. And this will actually set it. Okay, so now we're going to sign it. We pledge to steward the land and care and ensuring furthermore sign a found colony. Okay, so now we can actually start building. We will here soon. We'll get villagers. We're going to have our town map, like our colony. Be able to give them jobs. Be able to add players once I get my villagers. Right now we have 0 villagers. Later we'll be able to reproduce and have more children. Yeah, sorry, chunk rendering. Yeah, I didn't read the comments. There we go, free cam. Yeah, cheat cam. We won't call it the cheat cam. We'll call it the free cam. Okay. So right now we're just waiting on villagers to arrive. I need an axe so I can get rid of this. Okay, so now this white block, now this set, this is how big our community will be, so we can actually look around and see where it ends now. See if my counting was actually counted. It's part of the yeah, it's part of the mod. And you know what, Neo, let's see. Where is my water? Neo and I counted all this out earlier today to figure out where to put everything, but I may not have made it to the water, Neo. Look, there's that corner. I don't think I made it to the water. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my dock down here and they'll walk down there. Oh, I did make it. Yay. We'll have a little bit. I'll have to dig it out. I don't think it's too bad. We'll have to get rid of the oil. Actually, I think it's pretty darn perfect. Finding a good block of land in these small biomes is so difficult because so many of them are so small where you have to do a lot of clearing. I did get a lot of water over here, though. We'll figure out something to do with it. Or I'll build into it. I'll have to clear in places. Who's over here? Oh, there's my first villager. Oops. No, stop. Let me fix this. So it's a little bit, this is my first colony, so it's going to be a little bit of learning process. It's going to be some mistakes. I'll do some editing and we'll figure it out along the way. So for those of you that have done Minecolonies before, you know, be a little bit patient with
So
me.
wise, my friend.
Okay, so like here, his athletics, dexterity, strength, his agility. Some wood in his inventory. We'll have 4 people to start out with. We'll have to build more beds and more homes for them before we get more than 4. And after you have
Wait,
4, see, she's really weak. She's not a very good villager. We may have to get rid of her later and fire her. Get a new one. She's pretty weak too. We're missing one. I think Jason's going to be our builder. I think he'll be our first builder. He looks a little bit better. Later on, we'll have guards. We'll have all kinds of things. So there's our last one. I was looking to see who's going to be the best.
Good to see you.
Oh, sounds like someone's already sick. We won't have a hospital for a while. Okay, so the very first thing that I'm going to have to do is build a builder's hut before we can even start building anything else. And I need to look and see and decide where I want to put that. I'm going to want that fairly close by. Bring that down. I'm just looking here where I want to put my builder's hut. Let's get up here. So I thought what I'm going to do is I'll bring down, once I got the center, I'll bring down a path. We'll go down to the fishing dock. We'll have the restaurants and everything down here. Tavern over here. And right now I still have oil that I have to contend with. I don't know who's hitting me. I don't know what's banging. Do not get in the oil, people. I think I'm gonna put my builder's hut just right over here. So your villagers are dumb. They're like any other civilization. They're going to, hey, Hayabusa. Hey, Hayabusa. So Hayabusa is coming to check it out. I don't know if you're on the stream, Hayabusa. Where should I put my portal woof? Let's see here. Okay, I think he's going to go over the ship. Okay, so I'm going to do my builder's hut. I think right over here. I think it'll just be kind of cute, tucked away. I feel like I'm forgetting a step here. Let's go. Doot. Builder's hut. Okay, we'll have two different options. Let's go. I'm going to zoom out to pick from. Now, I can mix and match my colonies, but like I said, right now I'm trying to stick with this one. So I know of some other ones that I like pretty well. So if I can't find one of these two, then I will go to a different style. One moment. Thank you for whoever slept. I didn't see what you said, Hayabusa. Let me go to T. I'm still figuring out all the buttons. Do you have any stone? Why am I levitating? I didn't see him. Where's he at? So that ping that we heard earlier was probably Hayabusa smacking me with something. Okay. So they're off doing something. Let's see what this is going to look like. So it looks like we're going to have to do a little bit of clearing out. So I think I have it facing the wrong way for one. But this is the first builder hut. It looks like it's got a big crane on it. Let's back up. Let me try to turn this around. I'm trying to decide which way is the front of this. Let me levitate this baby up and see if we can... figure out which way it orientates here. One of these days I'll get all my buttons figured out. I think that's the front. I want to look at the other style. Oh, that's that one. Alt builder. That's kind of cool looking, especially knowing what our town hall is going to look like. I think I'm going to go with this look. Okay. And just the one, like I said, it starts out very simple, and that way you start out with less materials, and then as you progress, you upgrade your buildings, and upgrade them to look like something different. I went down. We'll keep looking here and see what the other ones. And that's neat, you know, something neat. You can go through and you can look through all of these. And we've kind of already went through and looked and went through each one. The Shire would be fun if you found a civilization. A lot of these castle builds are super popular. This one definitely, I think it's something you need a little bit more experience. There's a lot of materials there. Where is Minecolony one? They keep changing where they are in order. I like these fortress looks, but it's just a lot of pieces. I'm being blind. The Nordic would be neat and up in the mountain in the snow. Desert, Caledina, or there it is. I was thinking that this one had one that I liked really well. That one's pretty basic. Let's try a different pack. Keep going here. Let's keep looking. I love the look at this one. I think this is the one. Town Hall, Builder's Hut. This is for if you're doing like the castle look. Okay, we're just gonna go stick with our theme for now. Switch pack. And let's go back. And we're just gonna stay with the same theme. Let's just do it. Builder's Hut. That one. Oops. I keep wanting to do one or the other. There we go. I think this one's going to be too big for the space that I have. That's a really big one. Okay, I made up my mind. If I can do it right one of these days here. There we go. Okay, let's turn it around. We're going to lower it. And I want to change my view right quick. I like to go more back in this mountain, I think. D. And you do, whenever you set these, you do want to go into like a full view because that way you can see what it's going to look like in the end. I'm going to have a lot of cleaning to do. Let's go escape and let's look around. I think that's about where I wanted it. Someone reset the rain, thank you. Okay, so what I'm concerned about is when she starts or he starts building this, because I think I'm going to use the one guy, is I have to make sure that it's not so far down that he runs into like water or a cave. I think I'm going to mark this right here, and I'm going to come in and clean this out first before I send him. I need to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 4 spots down. So, but I'm going to go ahead and commit to this. But I will clean it out before he does. I don't know why it keeps wanting to rain. We have another oil pond right there. So when we look down, this will come down. I almost want to go back one more. So you have to kind of sit here and you have to play with it. And where did my build tool go? go down. Okay. What did I do with my build tool? Escape. Well, my build tool just like disappeared on me. This is wild. The game might have just bugged out. Three. That's empty too. Well, this just got fun. I'm gonna have to go find another build tool because somewhere I just lost mine. That is the craziest thing. Let's go over to our ship. And so this is going to be a lot of fun. It's just going to take me just a minute to kind of get orientated. Let's see, what did Phoenix say? I'm looking here. I do not see it. I thought maybe I might have dropped it, but I seen it when it like came out of my hand. I do have one more. That is absolutely wild. I wonder when I was flying, can you do what now? By clicking your mouse. Oh, it is. It is a phantom. Look, there it is right there. It just totally reappeared. That is, thank you, Phoenix. That's wild how it just like disappeared for a minute. Okay, we're back in business. And now I don't have to go look for it. Thank you for resetting the day. Is that snow? No, that can't be snow. Okay, back to what I was doing. Let's scoot it up. Gotta find the right level. I think that's going to be... Got a lot of dirt work to do. Turn around here. So it's just a lot of exploration. You get more fluent the more you do it. Just think that's going to be too low. Okay, we're going to go with that. So let's go ahead and commit to this and call it good. And why did I not do it? Oh, I know why I didn't do it. I didn't bring my pedestal. So let's run over here. So you do have to create the little pedestal that sets down. It's kind of like the build schematic. Go over to our ship. Wonder where Hayabusa put his portal for me to go back and forth to his place. He's in the underworld, so you can actually go in the underworld too. And I don't know if he just synced to my guide stone or if he put a portal somewhere. I'll have to ask him. Okay, this is all my storage here. I thought I already had one of these built, but let's go look. Come on. Stairs and I never get along. Builders. Let me see what it's called. Okay, so for this, I'm going to need a door. I'll need my wand, and then I'll need 1, 2, what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Let's see, what are they? Just planks? I wish it would switch back to a normal one. Just looks like planks. So I should have that in my inventory. Maybe I need to make a door. Let's go out. And so a neat thing about this mod, like whenever you have something, if you have everything, you can just click it and add to it. But I'm going to need to make a door. Okay, let's go to my storage. I gotta figure out where I put everything first. Somewhere I have little boxes. That's not it. Okay, it must be upstairs. Okay, let's go upstairs. Back upstairs we go. So I got some wood that I can use. I don't have a door made. It's a shield. But we definitely can make one. Have some planks right here. So I brought all these shelves over. I still have another location that I need to travel to that I'm just packed full of resources because when you spawn at one central point and you kind of build right there, like you build your armor, you do all that until you find where you want to go. So I do need to travel back over there to get everything. I brought most of it over here. I have in a video that I'm going to post later, I started out at another location and then found out I wasn't going to have enough. So then I changed places. So a neat thing about the ATM or all the mods that I really love about being on modded. So like I know I need to build this, but I'd say I don't know the recipe for the door. Oops, that's not it. Go back. Go back. Okay, let's try this again. So like I need to build a door. So I know that now I can see the door here and then I can just click on the door. This is much different than vanilla. Okay, so it's telling me I need these planks, but I don't want that type of plank. I want a regular plank. I don't know why it's doing it that way. Oak planks. Crafting. I think it's just I have to... Nope. The door. Too many. There we go. Okay, so door. Now... Okay, here we go. I don't know why it's flashing through all the different ones. So I was trying to figure it out and it was frustrating. But so now I can build this. I have that now. Don't forget to take your builder's tool out because you have to put the builder tool in there every single time. And you have just one. I do have an extra one that I found, but it gets frustrating because you'll lose it somewhere and then just remember to go back and check. So sorry about that. And again, this is my first colony. I've done a ton of research, but it's going to have some little learning curves. I left a lot of stuff over at my other civilization that I was going to start. but I haven't brought it all over yet. Here's one of our villagers. Hello there, William.
Huh. 'Tis a fine afternoon.
He's not too exciting. Now you can fire and hire, so like if you have someone that you don't like or he's not working for you, you can fire him. Okay, so escape. 2, and I gotta see if I make sure I'm doing this right. Builder's hut. I'm gonna do this every single time. I think it was... Yes, it's this one. Now let's turn it around. I want it right in the center, and I want to take it back. Back as far as I can go. It's too low. Let me take a peek. That's about where I wanted it. And then I'll clean all this dirt out before he does it. Okay. It's that nerve-wracking moment of once you do it, you know it's there. It's like you can't change it afterwards. It's going to be level there. Okay, we're going to do it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a shovel and I'm going to start cleaning this out a little bit, and then he'll start working on it just as soon as I assign him. Now he will clean it out, but it's just going to take a little bit more time. So let's see. What I'm curious about is what's going to be back here. Let me take a little peek, and then I'll let him do it. And how you know how far you need to go down is when your fence drops like that. Oops, I think I broke that fence. So I'm going to do it like this. If I got a shovel, this would take a lot less time. But then I have to walk all the way back over there. So we're going to do it the slow way. I want to hit these edges, and then once I know he's not going to run in and drown... How much more do we have? Okay. Let me sleep right quick. So with the modded, you have what's called sleeping bags. You don't have to carry a bed with you all the time. This one's much more portable. Oh, I didn't know that you could craft a new one. That's good to know. Okay. Let's go right here. We're almost to the edge here. Whoops. So the one thing about Minecraft, it's creative. It's very relaxing. Of course, it gets stressful when you go caving and you're fighting monsters. But if you're into just more of like a creative style game playing, there's also with this one, you have a lot of... Let's see if I can show you. If I can remember how to get there. It's not escape. I'll think of it in a second. I haven't been really following along with that side of it up here. With this mod, you have chapters, so like you can go in, and these are all things that you have to complete to go along with the chapters. There's an explanation of it, like chapter 1. You can see some stuff I've checked off. Build all the stuff. You can also get into mechanics. We'll go visit some of the other players and look at their mechanic side of it, where they're building actual machines. So there's just all kinds of ways that you can play. The one thing about this one is like when you're collecting stuff, there is so much to collect. Like here I can claim, but I don't want to fill up my storage right now. So that's another side of this, all the mods. If you download it, we really like this mod. Getting closer to the end. And I'm just going to keep digging till all the fence is down. We hit cobblestone right there. We're getting to there we go, there's the back. And like I said, he would dig this out, but it would take him a very long time. And I don't want him to flood out the entire area. I think he's going to be okay. Check this back wall. I think he's going to be okay. I think so. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's assign him. And let me go ahead and go back to this back one. Oh, let's see, what does Phoenix have to say? Oh, do I have a back in my backpack? I thought I cleaned out my backpack. My little helper here. Escape, or... No, I cleaned out my backpack when I was moving all my stuff. So let me go to my other backpack. And I don't know if you know, Phoenix, you can carry 2 backpacks. If you put one... I do have a shovel. Well, look at that. That's why you have teammates in your server that are watching and playing at the same time, and they help out like that. So, let's use a shovel. Be a lot quicker. I'm gonna break my fence. Okay, we're gonna be good. I don't see any water. We are golden. Okay, let's go. Let's assign our dude, and let's go do something else. Okay. Okay, so here this tells you your stats on your guys. I was going to use Jason because his adaptability is 7, his athletics is 7, dexterity, and I haven't hired him yet. Why is it saying to fire him? I don't know if he assigned himself. Oh, I might have auto assign on here, and I'll have to get that shut off because I want to be able to choose who is going to do what and the system not to do itself. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to go build a clipboard, which is going to tell me everything that he needs for his list. Right, he's looking at it right now. He's starting to work. So escape. Okay, so he must know what he wants to do now. So if I click on him... Okay, let's start by picking a style for your colony. Already picked my style. Okay, this is his inventory. I can also put inventory in there. Yeah, I know I'm terrible about reading the chat. I'm not quite sure what the unidentified is, Phoenix. So you can like identify your shovel? Is that what you're saying? You're able to navigate and build tool. Yes, mission accomplished. Okay, we've already done this. We got the builder's hut. We're already worked past you, buddy. Like, you're behind the curveball, Jason.
Good day to see ya.
Welcome. Did you craft the hut block already? Yes, all done. Okay, perfect. The next step is placing it with the help of the building tool. Already done. You're really behind, dude. Okay.
Good day to you.
Okay, now let me go back over, go build my crafting block.
Need something?
Or my clipboard, I'm sorry.
Good to
and
see ya.
get him start to build. What I was looking for is I wanted him to tell me what he needed.
Hi.
Where is his inventory? Here we go. Can you take a stone? Item is unknown power. Control T to active word tier. I think he has to have all wood tools. Let's go back and grab all of our stuff. I have everything already ready for him. Okay. So it's a little bit slower right now as I'm figuring it out, but we will get there. So normally what I do is I have to build all my buildings block by block. So like say if I wanted to build the ship, I have to collect all the materials, build it myself with this. This gives you the blueprints. And you just collect the materials and... Okay. Let's see here. We'll know what he needs in just a minute. Quest log. We don't need the doors. So let's take him a wood shovel. So since the builder hat's level 1, you have to start out with like wood tools. You can't start out with like a stone or stone or iron or anything like that because he's not that far researched. You also do research in this, kind of like if you play ROK or any of those other games, you have to do the research to upgrade. Inventory, I'm just looking here what Phoenix said. Okay, I'll do that later with the tool. I was just trying to get by right now. And then I want to take my villagers' food also. And let's see what else is he going to need to get started. So let's start with that. And then I need to build my clipboard right now. And I feel like I needed one more thing. And we'll look and see. I think it's going to tell me. There was a clipboard and I think some type of scroll. Okay, so we got the builder's hut. Clipboard. Oh, and I threw away a feather earlier too. Lovely. So I need 3 sheets of paper. What if organic black dye? So some type of dye and a pressure plate. I have the pressure plate. I have paper. I need to find a feather and I need to find some type of dye. Black dye. How do you get black dye? Dorsal. Ink. Okay, we can go get an ink sac. That'll be easy. So that'll be easy to do. We just need to go kill a squid. Easy peasy. Okay, let's collect these things right now and we'll get the clipboard going. So what the clipboard does is that tells you what ingredients that he needs, so that way you know what to go collect for him. Trying to find, I have paper somewhere. Gotta go back up. So it's a lot of running around, and what I may do is go ahead and end, and I'll record building this, and then just be able to cut it short, so that way we don't have to sit here forever as I'm looking for materials. And it's about nighttime as well. Where are you, paper? There's a pressure plate. I need one of those. Thank you. Just going to put them down here. I know once we do the fisher's hut, I'll need the barrels. I have that ready. Okay, let me check my book bags. I have paper somewhere. It might be back in my old storage, which I'm going to have to go all the way back there and go get it. So I think that's what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll end this for tonight. I'll record doing it, and then I'll post it on the stream after I finish. So thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and get off, and I'll post more stuff soon. So thank you all for viewing. Talk to you soon. Bye.